32 construction workers were rescued from the rubble last night, but 39 people remain unaccounted for. Independent structural engineers, officials from the Department of Labour and police have all begun investigating the cause of this collapse. For the latest on the situation at this collapsed building site, let's cross over to our reporter in George, Luando Nomoi.
Well, thank you very much, Leanne. Good morning to you and good morning to our viewers at home as well. We do understand that operations of the search and rescue mission have been ongoing in this particular site for close to 40 hours now. Rescue workers were on site, and we do understand now at the crack of dawn as well, they will continue those operations. But in discussion with me, I do have the local government minister, Minister Anton Brandel, just to give us the latest in terms of last night's operation. Thank you very much for your time, Minister. Let's just take us through the overnight rescue missions that was actually ongoing on site.
Well, obviously, through the afternoon, we detect some life yesterday with the help of the dogs and the specialized equipment. So the focus was to get those people out. We stand now on 36 people that we managed to get out. Unfortunately, 7 deceased, but 39 still looking for. So we will now, just after this interview, we will take the dogs and walk the site again with the dogs. They detect the life, and then we will focus on getting those people out. That's the main focus currently.
And just also, Minister, we understand that during your briefing yesterday, the briefing that we had in the afternoon, investigations were ongoing. Do we at this stage have any update in terms of a preliminary report in terms of what actually caused the incident?
No, there's no preliminary report. We ask for independent investigation. Also, SABC flew in an engineer. The Department of Labour is also involved. So I can assure you there will be an independent investigation. But our focus with the heroes on site, men and women, search and rescue teams, will keep on trying to save the lives, as many lives as possible.
Minister, we also do understand that as authorities, you've given this operation of search and rescue 3 days. We are topping 40 hours now. It's actually a race against time.
Yeah, it's a race against time, and you can feel the tension. You can feel the tension on site because we know that at the stage we will need to start to lift these concrete slabs, and we're getting closer to that stage. But for now, we're going to walk the site, see if there's any life, and then we're going to focus to get those people out.
Just in terms of the families, Minister, are they given the necessary updates, and what is the current situation with them?
It must have been the longest 40 hours of their lives. We understand that. Myself, the Premier, the whole team visited them yesterday. They're in a town hall. They do have questions. We try to brief them every 2 hours, but it's difficult because we can't identify the people. The 16 people that's red patients, in other words, critical. We can't identify them, so we've asked the construction teams to send us people who know. So they in the operation centre trying to identify people, and then we take out the families. There's private rooms. We've got social services supporting them. We've got correctional social services supporting them. We've got the churches involved if they want to talk to a priest, and so the necessary support is there, but we understand it's very difficult for them.
Thank you very much for your time, Minister.
Pleasure.
Minister of Local Government, Anton Brandel, and just briefly telling us the operations that they have been doing for the last 40 hours, as is also stated now that they will actually walk the site with sniffer dogs just to detect some life that is here and also lift these concrete slabs.
All right, Luando, thank you very much. We'll again cross in with Luando to get more developments. President Cyril Ramaphosa has condemned the DA's controversial burning of flag election advert, describing it as treasonous. DA leader John Steenhuisen has defended it, saying the flag is being used as an allegory of the problems that South Africa is facing. The UN Secretary General has appealed directly to the government of Israel to stop its offensive on Rafah, Gaza, and engage constructively in ongoing diplomatic talks towards a hostage for ceasefire deal. Israel yesterday seized the Rafah crossing, despite weeks of calls from the US and others for Israel to hold off from a big offensive in Rafah.